Hello everyone, it's Adam here. I'm suffering from a sinus infection from my trip to Dirt Days in New York. Really bad sinus pollution, pollen, tree sperm, so sorry about my voice. So this is the Garmin Inreach SE Plus. This is the one without navigation. This is just the tracker basically, as well as of course the satellite communication, which is why I'm buying it. I also have here the powered mount. I may actually end up returning this because I have a guy, Felipe, who was at my house a few weeks ago, stayed the night, and then he went to Dirt Days in New York. He was in New England for 2 weeks on his G650 GS, and he had his for 15 days without being charged on the 10-minute interval tracking and never had to recharge it, which is perfect. 2 weeks basically. So, and it may have even gone longer. He says it's been 15 days and it's still working. So it may be that I don't ever need this thing on the bike. So we'll go from that later. And of course, this should be mounted to you at, if you're off-roading, it should be on your body, not mounted to the bike, because it's on the bike and you fly over the handlebars, you're not gonna be able to get back to it. So I'll do an unboxing, and then we will maybe fast forward to it being on the bike, at least initially. Maybe with a powered mount. I'm not quite sure yet. I just want to get this thing out of the box, play around with it, and then I'll finalize this video with some other information. So why this over the Spot Tracker? Well, the Spot Tracker is slightly cheaper, $199 versus $400, I believe. So half the cost. But Spot requires you spend $200 on an annual contract every year. They say it's monthly, but you prepay it for the whole year. And if you cancel it after a year and want to come back, it's $20 reactivation fee to reactivate your Spot Tracker, even if it's just been a month of lapse of service. So for someone in New England, I only ride March through December, but I'm only taking trips where I'm away from cell phone service in the months of June, July, August, September. So $30 or $25 times 4 is a lot less than $200. And then in addition to that, the Garmin Inreach allows you to send. Spot is just a couple of, I think it's 10 canned messages, pre-written messages, and you can't modify them. Spot is a new product, Spot X, with a keyboard. It looks like a very old school BlackBerry. That's their way to compete with what Garmin offers. But Garmin will connect with my phone via Bluetooth. So if I'm arriving to a campsite, I want to text my girlfriend a couple things, like here's how my day was, in under 140, 160 characters, I can do that from my phone, and Inreach will send it. So that's a really nice extra feature, is the phone connectivity, so you can have access to a full keyboard if you want, or use your 10 built-in messages. So here it is. You've got an SOS button right here on the side, very akin to a walkie-talkie. Let's pull this out, that peeling feeling. Nope, didn't hear that. Okay. Let's see if it powers up. There it goes. Messages tracking and SOS require an active subscription before. Yeah, sure, let's turn that on. Oh, I turned this off because I said I do not agree. So can we select? There we go. English. I skipped the activation. Somebody uses IMEI number authorization code to reach out to Garmin. So why didn't I get the one that was $449? Well, the $449 one, I don't need navigation. I've got an iPhone with built-in TomTom Go, which has offline maps for US, Canada, Mexico. I also have a Garmin on my bike, and I have a TomTom P&D personal navigation device, a 550 rider as well. So I don't need navigation. This does have some pretty cool features I'll go into later on, later down the road, which is you can track yourself and then later on export GPX files based on where you went with this thing, which is kind of nice. It's a passive tracker. It comes with a loop and a carabiner for your hopefully your jacket. You've got a charging cable here, which is a, let's see how this connects up. This is a USB-A to micro USB plug. You guys probably have tons of these things. For this guy, for the powered mount, it actually has 4 connections in the back, so you can mount a RAM ball to this and then have this wired directly into your battery or into a USB plug on your bike. But given this thing has 15-day tracking, I think I'm going to return this guy and try for a few months with just using this up on its own. Charge it up before I go on a trip, put it on my body, and then after the trip is over, or if I need to along the way, I always carry 2 micro USB with me on my bike, along with 2 26,000 milliamp power packs for my iPad, Apple Watch, iPhone, headlamp, flashlight, Sena 10U in my helmet, GoPro battery pack, and Hero Session 5. So I always have 4 USB ports at my disposal with 26,000 milliamps, which is like 40 iPhone charges with me. So I can charge this thing at night if I need to, if it ever dies, but I don't think it will. So that's it for the unboxing portion. I'm going to get this mounted up, get it activated, and I'll come back to you guys with a little bit of a tour of how this thing looks as far as the UI goes. Alright, so we're down at my motorcycle charging area with multiple stuff always charging. And here's the Inreach. It's fully activated now. It took about 20 minutes on the website to get everything set up. Let's press this button here and unlock. And then about 10 minutes outside with full GPS lock in order to get the activation to go through. Then add my contacts, set up map share, add a password to the map share, which is funny because I work at TomTom, and map share is one of our trademarks. So they have a map share feature in here, which is actually sharing your location with your friends and family. Whereas our map share is our users submitting map corrections to us. So I'm not going to debate legalities of that at this point, but I guess they operate independently of each other. So screen goes off in 30 seconds. If it's not plugged into power, up here it means there's no SAT-Link lock, not a touch screen. You've got some presets. You can add more presets on the website. X to go back. You can start and stop tracking here. You can start a message here. If you do a new message, you can send it to your contacts, and you click here and you can do the contacts you've already added, or you can write a new recipient here. Send to Facebook, send to Twitter, send to your map share followers, and just send the location out that way. And then you've got some waypoints you can build into weather. If you query it, you'll get your weather response in a few minutes. It uses up credits, of course. You've got an active map. No link because I'm not outside. Trip info shows all the information on your trip. Once you start recording, that happens. If you click this button, it will start an SOS. You don't have to cancel it really quickly. Same on your phone, actually. The Earthmate app for iPhone also has an SOS function. And you slide a thing confirming you want to send an SOS. It'll still use the satellite here to communicate it. But the Earthmate app is nice. This can be in your pocket. You can use your phone to text people, query the weather, see where you are, all using the system built into here via Bluetooth, which is really nice, actually. Data usage is nice. You can see kind of where you stand as far as your plan details, what you have access to. And then over here you got your contacts, which I added some online, and I plugged the USB cable into this thing. On the bottom here's a little plug, and then the rest goes into my iMac, and open the Inreach sync application and sync the contacts from inreach.com to this device. Current location, and then in settings you can do all kinds of stuff, like for example setting up Bluetooth. Earthmate app is really nice. There's a 2.4 gigabytes of downloads I did, which was like North American topo, naval stations, fire warden stations, all kinds of stuff. I selected everything available to me. It was 2.4 gigabytes was the total download, which is really nice. Not too bad. So it's quick, as you can see. And while I'm talking, I'm not touching anything. It'll eventually power off the screen to save battery life. No buttons are on the side. It looks like there's buttons. There's not. It's a nice grip. You pull this back, and then you have a little button underneath here for your SOS, which is important. It will confirm that you actually want to do it before you do it, which is good. On the back here, I've got this clipped in with the carabiner that came with it, so I can fix that to my jacket. I've got a loop in my jacket and my pants that'll hold this on the climb jacket. Get the screen off. When you're done with that, you can just click here and click on lock, and it's back open again. So 100% battery, Bluetooth is connected to the iPhone, and simple as that, really. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to put a link below on where to buy this guy. And I don't think you need the powered mount. Just bring a micro USB cable with you, plug it into your bike, or plug it into one of these cool Anchor power cores, and you'll get all the battery you need for days and days and days of battery life. All right, so that's it. Ride safe, take care, and talk to you guys later.